Here we are, getting ready to go out to the deer stand. 23 degrees. Good gracious. What are you doing there, pretty? Tastes like chicken. It's a 600-foot backup well. Look at all that. Oh, look at all that rock. So my stand is way down there, and the bucks, all these bucks, I mean, I'll see 4 to 10 bucks all at once in here all night long. Let me just show you what I'm doing here. This is sort of blocking my entrance at night. So when I come in here, that's where I just was putting that food up there. Morning. I don't want to be repetitive, but if you don't understand this property, it's a 40-acre farm property that we bought. We spent 1.5 years renovating it. 10% of the property basically is for us to live on. The rest of the 90% between the pond and all the fields is set up for the wildlife. Yes, when we do have a vegetable garden up here, I do a whole bunch of videos out here. I just finished, if you haven't watched it, I just finished drilling a new well. That's actually a pretty cool video to watch. What's coming up, the interior of that cabin, the plumbers were here, electricians were here. Drywall guy is giving me a quote on that thing here pretty quick, and then we're going to go in and finish it off with all the finishes, the lights. We're going to do some cool woodwork. So hit that subscribe button, and then if you don't mind, push that little like button. You know that little like button down there? It helps us out. I don't normally ask that, but push that like button because it does help us out. Drop a comment down below too. So what else is going on? Okay, I have the 2 stories I'm going to focus on today. Is I'm going to talk about that crippled buck, and then I'm going to talk about the changing patterns and why all these monster bucks are coming up here. I have a buck of a lifetime that's coming up in my field. I am so obsessed with this animal that I'm changing my whole hunting pattern based around him. So let's talk about the crippled buck first. This buck, I can see an open wound on his back. I've got him on video. And he walks very slowly. He's very skinny. He's malnourished. He can't jump. So my neighbor has a 36-inch wire fence back there. I went back out to one of the feed lines we have there, and there's a buck stuck in the fence, stuck in the fence, stuck in the fence. I walk over to it, and I'm probably 25 yards away from him, and I'm going, well, I got a gun in my UTV. Do I put him down? So anyways, I was just 20, 25 yards away from him. He got out of the fence and turned and looked at me. And we sat there what felt like for an hour, but it was probably just a minute or so. And we just sat there and looked at each other. He was exhausted. He was breathing hard. And then he just sort of turned and just walked off. Man, I have such respect for that animal. I know he's probably in pain. I know he needs to be put down. But I'm just like, man, he has been able to survive all this. I'm just like, it's not a good feeling because I'm not going to eat him. He's got an open wound. He looks malnourished. And so basically he'd have to go in the dumpster. I'm not going to eat that deer. And the only reason I would actually take him would be just to put him out of his misery. So drop a comment down below. What do you think? Should I put him out of his misery? I know I should. But the other problem is we only get 2 buck tags here. So I'm kind of holding off because I have got, every night now, I have got these monster bucks coming in up here. And when I say monster, this isn't the Midwest. So this isn't Canada. This isn't Texas. This isn't the Midwest. We don't have these monsters walking around. For Georgia, this is a buck of a lifetime. I'm telling you, he is crazy looking. That would be, after 60 years of my existence, that would top it off right there. If I could get that buck, I'd be so happy. He's just so cool looking. He's old, he's mature. He's got to be, I don't know how tall he is. He's not real wide, but he's crazy and tall. But the problem is all these bucks are coming out to my feed lines in the fields up here. They're coming out to these fields to eat in the dark. So just after shooting light, and just before shooting light. So I have to come up with a plan, and that's what I'm doing up here, is I'm trying to come up with a plan where maybe I could have one of them make a mistake. In other words, come out still while it's legal shooting light. It's tough. So anyways, that's what I'll do today. I got to run around. I'm going to fix up the stand. I got some issues with that one stand. I'm changing my whole hunting pattern, and watch it if you want. If not, hope your Netflix is paid up. Here we go. You know, I'm actually really surprised that the turnips have lasted through these low 20s. Normally they would turn purple and get burned out, but they're doing well. So what's surviving in here? My cereal rye, the turnips, all the clover, and then I do have some Austrian winter peas that actually started to come up about a month ago, and they're about this tall. But look at this. I mean, this is what they're coming in to eat. They just absolutely love this. They'll come over to the corn and the feed, and they'll stay there for a minute or two, and then they're in the field, and then they're eating all this stuff. A lot of people think, you know, that, oh, they're just eating all corn. No, it's not. They only spend about a minute or two on the corn and the sweet stuff. They'll be in there and eat for a while. Then they come to the field, and this is where they get a lot of their nutrition. They spend a lot of time in hoodies. Fields. A lot of time. I don't know if you can see the back or not. This Rack Ranch. I put them up on Teespring at a 0 markup. You can change markup. I order them the same way you do. So if you want to order any of these, just go Google how to with Doc Teespring or something like that, and they'll come up. And you want to look for the ones that say Rack Ranch Wheat, because it has the little wheat logo on it, and get Blaze Orange and buy one size larger, because these aren't, you know, fantastic quality. They're just, you know, cotton sweat. But man, when you're out in the woods, man, great visibility. So anyways, let me just show you what I'm doing here. This is sort of blocking my entrance at night. So when I come in here, and then what I've done, I brought some WD-40 because this door was squeaking. So I had to get some of that. And then I put screen. Let me go up there and show you. I'm sitting in here. Wind and rain, I'm completely protected in this. That's why we have this tarp up. But also, that's where I just was putting that food up there. And the young does come out of this corner, and if I'm having movement in here, so I put this little camo screen up here, and in the morning time the sun comes in here, so that'll block that view off, and I won't get busted. But when it's raining, it's really cool in here. Metal roof. And we have nice swivel chairs. We have nice swivel chairs, the mossy oak swivel chairs. And I'm getting ready to get a 2x8. I'm going to put a 2x8 here so I have a little shelf. So what's your strategy, Doc? So my stand is way down there. And the bucks, all these bucks, I mean, I'll see 4 to 10 bucks all at once in here all night long. The problem is they're in the dark. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to catch one maybe to make a mistake. So the only way to do that is I got a feed line over there, roasted soybeans and corn and treats. But now I'm going to put one in over here too, because I've got a scrape. I'm throwing some corn out. I just realized this low hanging branch here, there's a scrape right down below it. So I'm going to put another game camera up here and put another little feed line here and see if I just want them. They move through these cypress trees too. They use this for cover in this transition zone. So see if I can just pull them out. It's just luck. I'll just be lucky if I get one of these things to actually come out at a time where it's legal shooting light. These are some of my older spy points, and these older ones are not all that reliable. It is solar power and solar charge, but actually I think I'm going to put 2 cameras here just in case this one doesn't work well. I've got a ton of cameras. Take a picture. Take a picture. I'm a deer. I'm a deer. Take a picture. So that's my game plan. My game plan is to stay out of the backwoods because I'm just seeing a lot of small bucks and does back there. And these crazy bucks that are from surrounding areas are coming up into that field every night. Different times they're coming up in that field. So what I have to do is basically every morning and every night, along with all the other projects I got going on here and all the work I got going on, I got to get up early, sit in that stand for about half an hour, and then at night, after I'm tired and worn out, I got to go up there and get in that stand again and sit up there and watch that field. One of these days, now it may be that we've got some rain coming up, and that change in the overall light may have an impact. So if it's real cloudy and raining, they may make a mistake and come out there maybe later in the morning or early in the morning, because it's all about timing. It's all about 30 minutes before sunrise and 30 minutes after sunset. That's the legal down to the minute. So like 7:04, that's when I can shoot in the morning. Anyways, we'll see if it happens. I don't know. That's the game plan. I've only got about 3 weeks left. I don't know if they'll make a mistake, but man, I'm just obsessed with that one deer. He is truly a deer of a lifetime. Hit subscribe, and I guess you'll find out if I get him or not. Doc.